Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, we good. Babe, let me know if you see me on Instagram. Let me know how the quality look. Pretty please. Thank you. What's up, everybody? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? If you can hear me, let me get some thumbs up. If you can hear me, put your thumbs up and let me know that you can hear me. Are we good? Can you hear me? Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you, Kimmy Kim, for sharing the live. I appreciate you. Thank you. Today, I want to talk about fat loss habits. And what do I mean when I say fat loss habits? When I say we're talking about fat loss habits, what I mean is we're talking about what habits should you have in order to lose fat. So, what are some daily habits that you should incorporate if you want to lose fat? Let me just read off a few that I live by every day. And these, just so you guys know, I lost 100 pounds, right? And these habits have helped me keep the weight off and continuously build muscle and just stay fit without really trying that hard. So, habit number one, and this is probably my most important habit. Every time I eat a plate of food, on that plate, you're going to see 5 to 8 ounces of a protein source, which is chicken, steak, beef, whatever. It's going to be 5 to 8 ounces of a protein and some vegetables on every single plate that I eat. If it's breakfast, then it might just be protein. So it might just be like eggs and ground beef. Sometimes I don't do veggies for the breakfast, but 90% of the time, if you see me eating a plate of food, you're going to see some protein and veggies on that plate. So long gone are the days where I'm just going to be eating a bunch of pizza or I'm going to be eating burgers and fries. If it don't got protein and veggies, that is not a meal that I'm going to eat. And that's a habit. Now, if I do decide that I want to eat some pizza, how do I do it? This is, let's say for lunch, I want to have pizza with my meal. I'm going to have some chicken breast. I'm going to have some broccoli. So I have my protein, I have my veggies, and then on top of that, I'll add a little bit of pizza on top of it. So that's how I do it. But that's habit number one. Every time you eat a plate of food, every time you eat a meal, make sure it has a protein source and some vegetables. That's a habit. And if you incorporate that habit, like if you're a beginner and you want to lose weight, if you got diabetes, if you got high blood pressure, if you just want to live longer, if you want to be sexy, if you want to get toned, if you want to lose some love handles, if you want to start building muscle, if you make sure that every time you eat a plate of food, it has 5 to 8 ounces of a protein source and some vegetables, that's like literally, if you could only do one thing, that's the absolute best one thing that you could do. That is the greatest one move that you can make, and it does not take that much effort. Okay? Hope that makes sense. That's my first habit that I live by. My second habit would be if I am going to eat carbs, I use portion control. So if I'm going to eat rice or bread or pasta or potatoes, I just use portion control. When I was growing up, I used to make a plate of food and it would be like 10 pounds of rice on my plate. Now I don't do that. My habit is if I want to do some carbs, I use portion control. So if I'm going to eat rice, I put a half a cup of cooked rice on my plate, not 5 cups of cooked rice. If I want to eat potatoes, it's going to be half a baked potato, not 3 potatoes. So that's the second habit. My third habit is if I'm going to eat a snack, the snack has to be something that is healthy. So it could be fruit, it could be a protein bar, it could be a protein shake. If you like Greek yogurt, which I hate, you could do Greek yogurt. You can do cottage cheese. I also hate cottage cheese as well too. But it has to be something healthier. If it's ice cream, it's going to be low calorie ice cream. So those are 4 good eating habits. Number one, make sure you have a protein and veggie on every meal. Number two, if you're going to eat carbs in moderation. Number three, if you're going to eat a snack, make sure it is a healthy-ish type of snack. So maybe like boiled eggs or beef jerky or some low-calorie popcorn, or, things like that. Sorry, that's 3 habits. My fourth habit would be I only drink water, and if I do want to drink some soda or some juice, I drink diet soda or diet juice. So right there, 4 good habits. And these are things I don't even got to think about. If I go on vacation and I want something to drink, it don't even cross my mind to get a regular Coca-Cola. I'm going to get a Diet Coke because it's 0 calories, meaning it helps you lose weight, and it tastes like soda. or I get water, right? For the super healthy people out there. Because some people are like, oh, don't drink diet soda, which is crazy to me because diet soda is perfectly fine if you're trying to lose body fat. Let's move on. Next habit that I have would be every day, no matter what, I do 30 to 60 minutes of cardio. That could be I get on the Stairmaster, I walk on the treadmill, or I walk outside, or I do boxing, or I play a sport like pickleball or basketball, or I might take a dance class, or I might swim in the pool. But every day, no matter what, without fail, I got to do 30 to 60 minutes of some type of cardio. I just bought a walking pad a few months ago, and I'll walk on the walking pad for 30 minutes if I don't have access to anything else. But 30 to 60 minutes of cardio is a habit for me. Got to get done. Another habit that I have is I need to lift weights at least 3 days a week. Like, let's say I need to lift weights 2 to 3 days a week. That's a habit. It could be a 15-minute workout, but it got to be done at least 2 days a week. At least 2 days a week. If you don't know where to start, you could do some squats on Monday and then do some modified push-ups on Wednesday, and bang, now you're working out 2 days a week. So these are some examples. These are habits. And the reason why habits are so important when it comes to fat loss is because following a diet, I look at following a diet as really good. You should follow a diet, right? You should always have a meal plan, especially if you want to really make progress, have a meal plan. And I do recommend you always make a meal plan for yourself, like no matter what. You should always know what you're going to eat in advance. But following a specific diet, that's sort of temporary. You know, it's like, okay, I'm going to follow this diet and get to my goal. But that's why a lot of people gain the weight back, because they follow diets and they don't create different habits for themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like if I give you a meal plan and you're like, you just look at the meal plan, you're like, okay, I'm going to eat 4 ounces of oatmeal and 3 blueberries, and I'm going to eat some acorns and chicken breast for lunch. It's very specific. And you follow the diet, you lose a bunch of weight, amazing. But what do you do after you have lost the weight? That's when you got to either make a new plan, but I also recommend that and when I say make a new plan, I mean make a new maintenance plan. The same way you had a fat loss plan to lose weight, you adjust that plan so that it's good for maintenance. I'll talk about that a little bit later on. Now, when it comes to the other thing you need to do, I believe you should incorporate some different habits. So when it comes to how I have created the fat loss habits for myself, I look at, okay, what about this fat loss plan helped me lose weight? And then I just take the most important things and I just make that habits for myself. Okay, people that are fit, they eat protein and vegetables a lot. They don't eat junk food that much. People that are fit, they eat fruit instead of chocolate chip cookies. People that are fit, if they are going to eat chocolate chip cookies, they will pick a healthier alternative, or they're just going to have 1 chocolate chip cookie, not 20. People that are fit, they usually get in at least 30 to 60 minutes of some form of physical activity. People that are fit, they usually lift weights at least 2 to 3 days a week. So you just got to look at what fit people are doing and just incorporate that into your life. And that's how I came up with my habits. I looked at what fit people did and I said, okay, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Right? And that's how I came up with my list of fat loss habits. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the difference between a fat loss plan and a maintenance plan, because I was just talking to a client of mine and I told her that, yes, for the last 3-4 months, she dropped 30 pounds. Amazing job. Then I told her for the next 2 to 4 weeks, maintain. And then she was like, how do you go from being in a fat loss phase to maintaining to going back into a fat loss phase? Like, how do you motivate yourself again? And I told her, I don't let myself get off track. So, and I said, the difference between fat loss, the difference between my fat loss plan and my maintenance plan is not that different. Like, I still do, so let me give you an example. For cardio, I do 60 minutes of cardio. Let's say I'm trying to lose fat. I'll do 60 minutes of cardio in the morning. And that's if I'm trying to lose weight. If I'm trying to maintain, I'll still do the cardio, but instead of doing 60 minutes, I'll do 30 minutes. When I'm trying to lose fat, let's say for my lunch, I'm eating chicken breast and vegetables. If I'm just trying to maintain, I'll eat chicken thighs, some vegetables. I'll add in a little bit of rice and some avocado. So basically, I explained to her that the only thing that changes between a fat loss phase and a maintenance phase is I do a little bit less cardio and I just add in a little bit more carbs and fats, and I have a little bit more calories that I could eat. I can eat a few more snacks. So let's say I want to maintain for a month, then that just means I can eat a little bit more rice and avocado and regular eggs and some protein ice cream. And then after that month, if I want to continue to lose fat again, I just take away the protein ice cream, I take away the rice and the avocado, and I just get stricter with my diet again, and I just ramp up the cardio a little bit more. And then when it's time for me to maintain again, once I reach my goal, then I just add the carbs and fats back in. But I still follow a plan. Like I'm still tracking the calories, not too much changes. This way, I'm not getting out of the mindset. Now, let's move on. I have a few things that I wanted to go over with everybody here. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. Do you think that genetics plays a role in how much body fat you have? That's the question. Does your genetics play a role in how much body fat you have? What do you think? Yes or no? Okay. A lot of people saying yes, yes, yes. Um, Two people said no. One person said yes, no, no. Okay. Well, here's the truth. Yes, genetics do play a role in how much body fat you have. Not genetics do play a role in how much body fat you have. Now, yes, genetics play a role in how much body fat you have. This does not mean that you are destined to be fat or doomed to be fat just because people in your family may have had higher body fat percentages. That's not what I'm saying. But genetics do play a role. How do they play a role? So genetically, here's one way. Genetically, some people like to eat more than others. Genetically, some people like to eat more than others. We call this food noise. Just biologically, some people just like to eat more food than other people. Let me give you an example. I'll give you two examples. I'll compare myself to my cousin when we were growing up. Then I'll compare myself to my wife. So when I was growing up, me and my cousin would go to a Chinese food restaurant and we would each get the fried chicken and the chicken fried rice, right? We'd get the same thing. We would go back home and I would eat the whole container. Like I would eat all of it and I would still want more food. He would take like 2 bites of the chicken, 3 spoonfuls of the rice, and then put the rest in the fridge and say, okay, let's go to the park. Like he just was not hungry. I'd be like, are you sure? Like you don't want to eat that? He didn't care. Like he just wasn't hungry. And as you could imagine, he was way slimmer than I was. So that's example number 1. Now let's talk about me and my wife. Like my wife is the type of person who can buy snacks. She can buy chips, she can buy popcorn, she can buy cookies, she can buy granola and leave it in the cupboard and forget about it. I cannot do that. If I buy a pack of Oreos or if I buy chips, I will eat it because I will be hungry and I will have cravings. So genetically, some people just deal with food noise. Some people just have bigger appetites. Some people just like to eat more food than other people. And you can't control that. Now, with that being said, there are some things that we can do about this. So for me, since I know that I like to eat a lot, then what do? I pick up high volume foods. So let's say I'm trying to be really strict and I want to lose fat super quickly. And that means I can only eat 400 calories for my lunch. Since I can only eat 400 calories for my lunch, do you think I'm going to, what do you think I'm going to choose? Do you think I'm going to eat 1.5 slices of pizza for my lunch? Or am I going to eat 9 ounces of grilled chicken breast? Now, the 1.5 slices of pizza and the chicken breast do the same amount of calories, but I'm going to go with the chicken breast because the chicken breast is going to keep me way fuller for longer. Like I'm going to be stuffed after eating that food and it's going to keep me satisfied for the next like 4 to 6 hours. Meaning I'm not going to want to eat more calories after that. The other benefit of eating the chicken breast is I'm going to pick the chicken breast because my body is going to burn 100 calories just to digest the 9 ounces of chicken breast. So that's why I would pick chicken breast. Now, you might think, oh, well, why don't you pick the pizza? It's 400 calories, right? No, I'm not gonna pick the pizza because I know myself. If I eat 1.5 slices of pizza, one, I'm gonna be hungry in about an hour, so I'm gonna end up eating more calories because it's not gonna keep me full for that long. It's gonna get digested really quickly. And number two, my body's only gonna burn around 20 calories digesting the pizza. So that's why if you're trying to lose fat and you deal with a lot of food noise, you want to be very careful to pick high volume, super filling foods that are healthy. Another downside of eating tasty foods like pizza and burgers and chips is they taste so good, they excite your cravings even more. Like you feel like eating more. Like if I eat one Dorito, like I can eat one apple. I cannot eat like 7 Doritos. I'm going to eat the whole bag because it tastes so good. So this is another reason why we want to go with the healthier stuff. Hope that makes sense. And this is why I recommend everybody here eat a bunch of meat and vegetables, especially if you got a big appetite, eat a lot of meat and vegetables. It's going to keep you full. It's going to keep you full for not a lot of calories. You're going to be able to stay in a calorie deficit and you're not going to be hungry. That's why for my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I eat a lot of meat and vegetables. Let's move on to the next one. Another reason why, or this is not really genetics, but now we're going to talk about how your upbringing affects how much body fat you have. Does anybody here think that your upbringing affects how much body fat you have? Exactly. Who eats 7 Doritos? Exactly. Who does? Like, I remember when I was younger and I would watch the Oreo commercials, right? And it'd be these two little white girls, and I got nothing against white people, right? Right? Two little white girls, they'd have like a little saucer with 2 Oreos for their snack. And my mom would say, you see, you're supposed to eat 2 Oreos as a snack. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not just going to eat 2 Oreos. What are you talking about? That's crazy. And that's so misleading. How many people here can only eat 2 Oreos? How many people here can eat 2 Oreos? Like, be real. I've never done that in my life. No, see, my wife said I did. I could eat 2 Oreos. See, like, that's her. She just don't deal with food noise the way that I did. Like, she's the type to forget to eat for 2 days. It's like, oh, but I didn't even eat today, babe. I'm like, what? Are you not hungry? No, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm like, okay. I can leave 2 in the pack. That's crazy. Yeah, like that's crazy. This is what Ozempic does for people. Like it decreases the amount of food noise that you have. Now I'm not advocating for Ozempic, but like that's what it does for people. Like you just don't feel hungry. That's why I eat a lot of meat and vegetables. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I eat a lot of meat and vegetables because when I get full on that, it makes me not want to eat more junk. Like I can just eat that and then I'm satisfied and I'm good. So eating meat and veggies is like nature's Ozempic. So if you're somebody you want to lose a lot of body fat and you deal with a lot of cravings and a lot of food noise, this is what I would do. For my breakfast, I'm going to eat 2 cups of egg whites and 4 cups of spinach or broccoli for breakfast. For my lunch, I'm going to eat 9 ounces of chicken breast and 4 cups of vegetables. For dinner, I'm going to eat 9 ounces of 93% lean ground beef and 4 cups of vegetables. And the reason why I'm going to eat so much protein and veggies is because it's going to keep me full. I'm not going to feel like eating Doritos because I ate so much protein and veggies. I'm stuffed, I'm full, and I'm still in a calorie deficit. So that's why I do that. Okay, now, I do carbs, but I'm saying my priority would be loading up on the protein and the veggies. And if I want to do a little bit of rice, I just do a little bit. You know, just a little touch of rice, just a little touch of bread, just to kind of satisfy whatever craving I'm having for it. But it'll just be a little bit. But I eat the meat or I eat the protein and veggies first. This way I'm not really craving the carbs that much. When you eat your protein and veggies first, you're able to eat less of the carbs. If you eat the carbs first, you're going to eat all of the carbs. Now, let's get back to the question. Does anyone here think that their upbringing helps? Does anybody think that your upbringing affects how much body fat you currently have on your body right now? Does anybody here think that your upbringing affects how much body fat you have on your body right now? Somebody said he makes it so simple. Thank you. So I said, yep, yes. Really like your content. Really simple advice. Cuts through advice noise. No, thank you, Monica. I appreciate it. Yes, it does. Your upbringing, it definitely affects how much body fat you have. So let me ask you this. Did you grow up eating, or did you grow up with your family eating fast food, greasy food, carb and fat heavy foods? And when I say carb and fat heavy foods, like uh, my mom is Trinidadian. My dad is just like African American. I'm not really sure. Like, but for as far as I know, and my dad's side is African American. So that means a lot of rice, a lot of cornbread, a lot of pasta. On my mom's side, it's a lot of roti, pylori, right? So it's a lot of carbs, a lot of greasy food, a lot of fried foods, fried fish, which is crazy, right? So quick side note, I remember my friend, he's a fitness coach as well too. He was telling me how people that eat a lot of fish, they end up living very long. And I was just thinking, I'm like, you know what? All of the people that I know that eat a lot of fish, they eat fried fish. So that's a quick little funny story. But yeah, anyway, so if you grew up eating a lot of carb and fat heavy foods, I know people that may be of Hispanic heritage, you eating a lot of what quesadillas, it's fried this, fried that. Whatever your culture is, every culture got some unhealthy food now. If that's the kind of stuff that you grew up eating, and it's clearly calorie dense, so it's making you gain weight, then that makes sense where you might be struggling with your weight. Yeah, so that's one way how your upbringing can affect how much body fat you have. Look, I tell this story a lot. I remember I was 8 years old. I was 8 years old, right? Not probably, I was like 6 years old, probably, I was 6 years old, and my mom, she gave me my dinner. And when I looked down on the plate, I kid you not, it had to have been like 10 cups of rice. It was just like a mountain of rice. And she did not let me leave until I ate all of the rice, right? Now knowing what I know now, I know that's like 2,000 calories, Mom. I can't eat this. There's no protein. There's no fiber. But she ain't know no better. I didn't know no better. So growing up eating like that, you just get accustomed to eating a lot of carbs. So when somebody says, only eat a half a cup of rice because you're trying to be in a calorie deficit and lose body fat and build muscle, you're like, no, I eat 10 cups of rice. What do you mean eat half a cup of rice? So it's like a whole like mental shift that needs to happen. And you got to be open to making changes. Like if you don't got the body you want and nobody in your family got the body you want, you got to look at the people who have lost weight and see what they've done. And you got to incorporate some of them habits for yourself too. Next, did you grow up watching your parents exercise on a regular basis? Did your parents exercise on a regular basis when you were growing up? What are good fiber options? Veggies. Taraji said nope. Pooh said nope. Nope. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like if you didn't grow up seeing people exercise on a regular basis, you're not going to really exercise on a regular basis. And I know in theory it sounds like, no, you're supposed to, we know exercising is healthy, but when you don't see it, it's hard to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like even now as an adult, like if I was a beginner and nobody around me was exercising, was doing what they had to do, it'd be very difficult for me to want to exercise. So, like if you didn't grow up in a fit environment, you got to like go out of your way to put yourself in a fit environment. So so I'm a fitness coach. I have a fitness coach. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got somebody who holds me accountable, who says, hey, yo, did you do your cardio today? How many steps did you get in today? I remember it was like midnight. I was about to go to bed. My coach, he messaged me. He texted me like, hey, what your steps at? I was like, man, I was working all day. I didn't have time for it. He was like, basically, long story short, he said, bro, just go do your steps, man. Like, I believe in you. Go do your steps. So here I am. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm on the Stairmaster getting my steps in. That's the power of having the right environment around you. So if your parents didn't exercise with you growing up, it's foreign to you. And you still might be in an environment where nobody in your family exercises. Nobody in your household wants to get healthy. That's when you got to like seek outside help. Um, and that really does help. So I super recommend it. I see a lot of people say things like, "Man, I'm not going to pay nobody to teach me to do this." I do. Shoot, I lost 100 pounds in 6 months by myself, and I still hire coaches to hold me accountable because I recognize the power of having accountability, of having that. So yeah, don't be arrogant. Just think what's going to get me the best result and do what you got to do to get the best result for yourself. And if you want me to coach you, comment the word coach in the comment section and I'll send you the details on how my coaching works. And no, it is not free for all the people who ask me if it's free, which is crazy. Like, hey, I'm going to coach you one-on-one. I'm going to tell you exactly what to eat. I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to give you a custom plan. Is it free? No, it's not free. Silly rabbit. Next question. Did you learn about counting calories growing up? Did you learn about calories growing up? Question for you. Did you learn about calories growing up? Nope. Nope. No. No way. Somebody said, heck nah. That's another reason. And just so you guys know, calories is like, if you want to lose fat, you have to be in a calorie deficit. What are calories? Calories is like energy. So calories and energy, they mean the same thing. Think of calories as gasoline. Think of calories as food. So calories, food, and gasoline are all the same thing. Like, understand that, the same thing, energy. We put gasoline in a car, and the car uses the fuel, or the car uses the gasoline as fuel. It powers the car. We put food in our bodies. Our bodies uses the food for energy. It uses the calories for energy. So in order to lose fat, your body needs to be burning more. So you need to be exercising and moving more, burning more energy and eating less energy. So your body has to then say, hey, I'm hungry, but he's not giving us any food. What are we going to eat? We got fat that we can eat. So your body eats to weigh your body fat, and that's how you lose weight. So you move more. That's why I say do 60 minutes of cardio every day. You eat less calories. That's why I say eat chicken breast and veggies, because the calories are very low. And then voila, you force your body to start eating away at your body fat, and you lose weight. That's how that works. If you never learned about that, you will be lost. I remember being younger, and I would literally go to baseball practice, wrestling practice. I would be working hard. And then I would go home and eat 10 pieces of fried chicken and a loaf of bread. So calories go right back in there. Had I worked hard and then went home and ate a salad, I would have lost weight when I was younger. But I didn't know about calories. I just thought, oh, if I run, I'm going to just lose weight. Little did I know that, let's say you run for 2 miles, you burn about 200 calories. If you eat a pack of M&Ms, that's 250 calories. So imagine you run 2 miles, you out of breath, you can't breathe, you're about to have an asthma attack, and then you eat a pack of M&Ms and you just like deleted all of the hard work you just did. Crazy, right? Let's keep it going. Now, question I got for you. So there are 3 main habits that I want everybody to understand. Number 1 is cardio. Number 2 is weightlifting. Number 3 is, are you following a meal plan? So we're going to go through each one for you guys. Do you currently now do 30 to 60 minutes of cardio every day? Right now, do you do 30 to 60 minutes of cardio every day? And this is for the people who are trying to lose body fat. If you're not, then you don't really got to answer this. Do you currently now do 30 to 60 minutes of cardio every day? Yes or no? Pooh said no. Someone said no. Someone said no. No. Okay, so why? What makes it hard, or what makes it hard for you to do your cardio? What makes it hard for you to do your cardio? Okay, 90 minutes every other day. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So I want to know, if you're not doing your cardio, what is making it hard for you to do your cardio? And depending on what makes it hard for you to do your cardio, we just got to come up with a game plan to fix that. It's not hard, just lazy. Okay, so what can, it is hard because you're not doing it. It's hard because you're lazy. So what would make it easier for you to do your cardio? Would it be if you bought a walking pad so you could do your cardio at home? Would it be you joining exercise classes so you don't have to do it by yourself? So you have the group, the motivation there? Would it be you hate using the treadmill? So instead, you should go to a kickboxing class because that's going to be fun and there's going to be music that you like and you're going to love it. Like, what would make it easier for you to do your cardio? Someone said work. Now, if you have a really busy schedule and you can't just sit aside and do 60 minutes of cardio at the gym, I would recommend instead of doing cardio, you can try to do 10 to 15,000 steps a day. So even if you do work a busy job, you can try to get on your feet and just try to walk and move around as much as possible. And if you have a watch that counts your steps or you use your phone that counts your steps, you can just make sure at the end of the day, you do 10,000 and 15,000 steps a day. So you got to understand, like, what is it that makes it hard for me to do the cardio I need to do? And then we just got to come up with a way that solves that. So there was a time when, I want to say about a year or two ago, when I did not feel like doing the Stairmaster for cardio anymore. Like I hated it. So what I do? I just started doing boxing for cardio and I loved it. It was so fun. And that worked. So you just got to find something that works for you when it comes to doing cardio. No, you should not. Do not wait to start and do like you don't need to do a detox before you start losing weight. Don't do a detox before you start losing weight. That's a waste of time. Just get on the meal plan, do your cardio, lift weights. Just start. Just start following the plan. All right. You don't need no type of nothing that's going to delay you from taking action. Because if everybody in here starts following a meal plan, doing their cardio and doing the weightlifting program, like you'll be dropping like 2 pounds, 3 pounds a week. That means you could be losing 10 pounds a month. Don't put it off. Just start. Sometime no motivation, the relationship also. Yeah, like I said, this is why I have a coach, because there's some times when my motivation is low. So you just got to set yourself up as to where you just got, like, me having a coach, like, it's like I bought motivation. You know what I'm saying? So even if I'm not feeling that motivated, I got somebody who's like, yo, come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Also, something that helps me do my cardio is if you look at my Google Calendar, I have my cardio in it. Like, here, let me pull up my calendar. I'm not going to show you guys my calendar, but on my calendar, it says I wake up at 6:30 a.m. and then cardio, 6:45 to 8 a.m. every day. Like that, it's in my calendar. So I have no choice to do it. That's what I have. So put it in your calendar. Now, you might have a different work schedule than me. What I used to do is I used to wake up at 3:30 a.m. and I used to do my cardio from 3:45 to 4:45 a.m. So it just depends. Like when I used to work sanitation, I used to do my cardio at 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. So you just gotta, depending on your life, you just gotta try to fit in your cardio. And if you got a bunch of kids and life is super busy and you can't do 60 minutes, just do 20 minutes, do 30 minutes. Just do the best that you can. Get a walking pad and do your cardio at home if you must. Next, do you lift weights at least 2 days a week? Do you lift weights at least 2 days a week? Are you letting people join the live or what? No, I'm not. Not today. Is riding a recumbent bike cardio? I don't even know what a recumbent bike is. So I'm guessing it's cardio because it's some type of physical activity. I consider walking cardio. You know, it's just the more weight you want to lose, the more intense your cardio got to be. Like the level I'm at, like I'm going to do my 60 minutes on the Stairmaster. But if I was tired or a beginner, then I would just walk outside. It's all fine. You know what I'm saying? Is 1 meal a day good? It depends. Okay, yeah. So, all right, everybody seems like they're working out 2 days a week. Cool. Oh, Cheryl, are you? Cheryl, what makes it hard for you to work out 2 days a week? What makes it hard for you to work out 2 days a week? Is it you don't know what to do when you go to the gym? Right? If that's it, then there's a simple fix for that. Is it you don't have time to go to the gym? If you don't got time to go to the gym, then you just need to do a workout program at home. Right? So There's a whole lot of ways to find solutions to this. Oh, I forgot I was here on Instagram. What's up, guys? I've been missing these comments. So I just want to take this time to do a brief commercial. I have two things that I can do to help you guys better reach your fitness goal. Number one, I am a fitness coach, meaning I will work with you directly, give you a custom plan, give you a workout plan, and there will be a meeting every week where we just make sure you stay on track and adjust things to you and give you the support that you need to make sure you stay consistent and that we overcome whatever obstacles you have in life. This is by far the best thing you could do when it comes to losing body fat, like having a coach, having somebody that tells you what to do and works with you over an extended period of time to make sure things go right. And when life happens, that we modify the plan so that it actually fits you. That's the best thing you can do for fat loss. And if you want fitness coaching, you have to comment the word coach or click the link in my bio somewhere. But if you comment the word coach, I'll send you the information on how that works. That is not free. The next thing that I have is I have free pre-made meal plans and free pre-made workout plans that I have available. That's on my fitness app. That is good because you have a meal plan, you have a workout plan. The downside of that is you don't have anybody like working with you and helping you, right? It's just like telling you what to eat, telling you what to do, but you don't get that coaching to help you stay consistent. That is free. So I have the free stuff and I have the paid stuff. For either one of them, you have to comment the word coach or click the link in my bio. There's an application that you have to fill out. And on that application, you can either select to hire me as your fitness coach, or you can say, no, I just want the free thing and just do the free thing. So you have the one-on-one coaching, or you have just a free meal plan and workout plan that's on my fitness app. And just because it's like, it is good. Like I spent hours putting this thing together. Not even like I put months into building this app, and it's like, I'll make it free for you guys. So I would do that now. You can comment the word coach or click the link in my bio. To get the app, you have to click the link in my bio, Rob's Creations. You have to click the link in my bio and fill out the application. That's how you get it. All right. I see a lot of people commenting coach here on TikTok. Do me a favor and click the link in my bio. I'm not going to lie to you because say it again. Oh, or you can text. What's the number? Janice said she lost 8 pounds following your plan. Have to go back to it again. Get to it. Get to it. How would online coaching work if I'm in Trinidad? It's like, it makes no difference if you're in Trinidad. You could be in New York. You could be in London. Like I've had clients from everywhere. I have clients now that are in different parts of the world. You could be under the sea. Oh man, it's just funny. Yeah, let me just put this number in here. Just give me a second. I'm trying to find this number so you guys can text it. Yeah. Yeah. 9162. All right, so I just put the number in the comment section, right? It's 516-212-9162. If you text that number, the word coach, I will send you the link to the application, and you have to do that whether or not you want one-on-one fitness coaching or if you want the fitness app. So just text the word coach to that number. All right, let me put it right here. Now, sometimes people will like text the number asking questions. That's not how that works. You have to text the word coach to that number. If you just ask a question, I'm just going to ignore it. You have to fill it out the right way. Okay, let's keep it going. What's next? What's next? My next question is, do you stick to a meal plan? If so, let me know. If not, tell me no. Do you stick to a meal plan right now? If you're trying to lose body fat, are you currently following a meal plan. Great. Bianca. How do I get how do I go back into eating carbs after eating a meat and veggie diet for a while to lose the weight? So, the way that you go back into eating carbs is you still eat meat and veggies, but now you just add in a little bit of carbs with the meat and veggies. So, let's say you've been eating steak and asparagus. Now you can add in some sweet potato. Nothing else changes, but now you just add in a little bit more carbs so that you can maintain your weight instead of losing weight. Think it's moderation. Yes. I started and then I stopped following it. So why do you start a meal plan and then stop following the meal plan? Now, a few reasons why people do this is because their meal plan might be too strict. So we need to fix that. A good rule of thumb when I'm following a meal plan is I like to do a protein source and vegetables. Now, what do you think is better? Eating a diet where you're only eating chicken breast and vegetables, or you eat a diet where you do chicken breasts some days, chicken thighs, and then ground beef one day, and then steak one day, and then salmon the other day. Which one do you think is better? Like sticking to chicken breast or switching it up? What's better? Switching it up or just being super strict? Yeah. Yes, switching it up. Switching it up is better. Now, which one is better for fat loss? Look, I'll tell you this. The fastest way to lose body fat is to just eat chicken breast and broccoli for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and nothing else. Like nothing else touches your lips. You do that, you'll be dropping like 15, 20 pounds a month. It'll be crazy. The problem is you're probably not going to stick to that. And the best diet is not the one that just gets you the fastest results. The best diet is the one that you could stick to. So instead of just doing chicken breast and veggies, I would do chicken thighs one day, salmon one day, steak one day, ground beef one day. If I ate shrimp, I would do shrimp the other day. I'll do some eggs and egg whites one day. So I would switch it up. I would have some variety. I would add in a little bit of rice one day, maybe add in a little bit of sweet potato the next day. So yes, even though I'm going to lose weight a little bit slower, at least I'm going to stick to it. And if I stay consistent with it, and now I can make this a lifestyle, not only am I going to eventually get to my goal, but I'm going to be able to maintain my goal. Now, there is a season where you can just go super strict and just do chicken breast and veggies for a month if you just want to turbocharge your fat loss. But when you need to switch it up, you got to switch up the meal plan. That's it. And that is it, everybody. The final thing I will say is I'm going to do some Q&A now. I don't even know how to say it like that. I'm gonna do a little bit of Q&A right now. So ask your questions in the comment section, or you can come up. I'll let a few people come up. But I am wrapping this up in 4 minutes, so we are going to speed run this thing right now. My problem is soda. I can't. Ooh, that's a good one. You know, I got a good one for that. My problem is soda. I can't stop drinking it. Instead of drinking regular soda, drink diet soda instead. This is literally 0 calories. You could drink this and it won't make you fat at all. I started the carnivore diet and my energy is draining. Should I just add veggies back in? Yes, you should. I started the carnivore diet and my energy is draining. Should I just add veggies back in? Yes, add some veggies back in, add some carbs in moderation, and you'll be fine. You'll still be able to lose weight, but now you don't have to go completely no carbs. Just do a little bit of carbs. Speed round on the questions. Come on, drop them fast. Hi, I've lost 58 pounds eating chicken thighs, tuna, cottage cheese, sourdough toast, and Greek yogurt. Okay, that's not even a question, but congratulations. Congratulations. I love that. I drink Zevias. They are pretty good too. That's amazing. What all is in a fat loss system for 1 year? What all is in a fat loss system for 1 year? I don't really know what you mean, but if you wanted to lose weight in a year, or if you wanted to lose weight for a year, just for a year, you would have to follow a meal plan, do some cardio, and lift weights. So let's say I wanted to lose weight. Let's say I wanted to lose 50 to 100 pounds over the next year. What would I do? What would be my fat loss plan? This would be my meal plan every day. For my breakfast, I would do a protein shake. For my lunch, I would do chicken breast and vegetables. For my dinner, I would do ground beef, vegetables, and half a sweet potato. And as a late night snack, I would have a few cherries or maybe some ice pops that are low calorie. My cardio plan, I would do 60 minutes of cardio every day. And my weightlifting plan, I would lift weights at least 2 to 3 days a week, preferably Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for at least 30 minutes or 20 minutes. And that would be the thing that I would do consistently in order to lose weight over the next year. Now, I'll follow that 90% of the time because there would be a few days here and there where I might have a little cheat meal, but I just wouldn't go too crazy on the cheat meal. And just like that, you have a full year fat loss program that you could follow. My wife My wife didn't do no cardio, but she still lost weight just by eating healthy food. Yes, she ate in a, this is good. She ate in a calorie deficit. So she was burning this much calories just, I'm going to record this. So this is what he said. My wife didn't do any cardio, but she still lost weight by just eating healthy food. This means she ate in a calorie deficit. So she was burning this many calories just by her being alive and going about her day-to-day activities. And she ate this much calories. So she lost body fat because she was eating less calories than she was burning. She burnt more calories. Now, if she did cardio, guess what would have happened? She would have burned even more calories. And if she didn't eat more calories, if she just kept eating the same amount, she would have lost even more weight. So that's how you explain that. Nothing magic. She just was in a calorie deficit. Okay, somebody just asked me a paragraph. April, I have a question to ask you. So I started my weight loss journey this past year. I was 380 pounds. Now I'm 245 pounds. It was hard losing it. I have been staying on top of eating better. So I started putting my veggies and fruits, and I would either do salmon or chicken. I would put all of it together in a Tupperware bowl, and I would eat it all together. Is that bad or too much? Should I separate it? Reason why I did that, to be full and not overeat throughout the day. April, that is amazing. That is the reason why you were able to lose over 120 pounds. So you keep on doing exactly what you're doing, April. That is amazing. I'm super proud of you. What is the best meal plan to get rid of 20 pounds? So I can't tell you the best meal plan, but I could give you a really good meal plan to get rid of 20 pounds in about 2 months. And here it goes. Every day for breakfast, I want you to do 1 to 2 cups of egg whites and eat that with some vegetables. It could be mushrooms and spinach and peppers. Every day for your lunch, do 6 to 9 ounces of chicken breast with a side of vegetables like green beans or broccoli. Every day for your dinner, you're going to do 6 to 9 ounces of chicken breast or chicken thighs or some lean ground beef. And you can do that with a side of vegetables as well. And you can add in a half a cup of rice with your dinner or half a sweet potato or half a baked potato. And if you want to snack on top of that, like if you get like little cravings here and there, snack on some fruit. That is an amazing meal plan to help you get rid of 20 pounds over the next 2 to 3 months. How often can we have cheat meals? I recommend you have a cheat meal like once a week. You could do a cheat meal twice a week if you make it a healthy cheat meal. And when I say healthy cheat meal, what do I mean? I mean, instead of having McDonald's burgers and fries for your cheat meal, make some homemade burgers and fries using low-calorie buns and lean ground beef and cook your fries in the air fryer and not fry them in grease. That's a healthy cheat meal. It's less calories than the one from McDonald's. And you can eat a cheat meal like that 2 to 3 times a week and still be in a calorie deficit. That's not going to mess you up too much. But if it's going to be like a real thoroughbred, horrible cheat meal, I would do that like once a week or once every other week. All right, everybody, that is it for today. I appreciate everybody who came up and asked questions and all of that. And if you would like to work with me directly as your fitness coach, sorry, I got to record this. Okay. If you want me to work with you directly as your fitness coach, meaning I will give you a custom plan, I will give you a cardio plan and give you a workout plan to follow so that you can drop weight and keep it off and work with you so that you feel supported. So you don't get confused, and when things get hard and you have questions, you can reach out and ask your questions. Then I want you to comment the word coach below, or I want you to text the word coach to this number right here, 516-212-9162. I'm going to say it again. and I'm going to make a song out of it. 516-212-9162. Say it with me. 516-212-9162. One more time. 516-212-9162. Text the word coach to that number. You're going to get an application for coaching. The coaching is not free. Just a heads up. So if you want something free, that is not for you. I do have a free meal plan and a free fitness app, and you just have to text the word coach to that number still, and you can get that too. But fill out the application, and you will get access to both of those things. All right? Peace out, everybody. I wish you guys the best of luck. I appreciate all of you for staying tuned and chilling with me today. And yeah. And just so you guys know, I am rocking this new Better You Better Society shirt. Let me know what you think. How do you like it? It's looking sleeveless so we could show off the guns. If you want one of these, I have them in like my TikTok shop. I need to raise the price to cover the shipping because these things are super expensive to make. I really just had them made so I could wear it. So you guys don't need to buy it if you don't want to. And if you are on Instagram and you want coaching, comment the word coach right here in the live. Everybody else, peace out. 210 Lisa, I see your message. Keep up the good work. You said it's coming up. But I got to go. I can't even get back to you. But later, everyone. Peace. Huh?